2. Hi everybody, Robbie Gravely here with my friend Van Brannon at Chico Bowling Stadium here at Travelers Rest High School. Second game of the region schedule, and the Jackets defeated the Devil Dogs by the score of 30-7. Quarterback Dawson Fowler not playing tonight because of an injury. Enter freshman Xavier Samet. He guided the Jackets right down the field on the first drive, going 6 plays, 66 yards. Found Tucker Hudson for a 44-yard touchdown pass.
Beautiful pitch and catch to open the game, put it right on the money, had good protection, and that was the way you start the football game from the freshman backup quarterback.
But Travelers Rest came right back, took the ensuing kickoff back 85 yards for the score, and just a couple of minutes in, we were right back to tied.
Yeah, and it was just like that. They answered the Jackets, and then the rest of the first half was kind of back and forth, Rob. Neither team wanted to take control of the football game.
Yeah, Greer, a lot of holding penalties, a couple of false starts as the game went on, but the Jackets were able to get a 32-yard field goal by Wills Ryan with 2:02 to go before the half to take a small lead into the locker room.
Yeah, that was a big momentum, not only to get the lead, but also Wills Ryan needed a little confidence in that kicking game.
Both two teams went back and forth for a few minutes in the third quarter before the Jackets started on the Devil Dog 8-yard line. Samet able to get a 4-yard touchdown run and put the Jackets ahead 17-7. Calvin McCoy got a 25-yard touchdown run. That drive, the Jackets overcame a 1st and 35, converted that for a first down, and then McCoy gets the touchdown.
Yeah, that was a big drive right there to kind of give us a little more breathing room, because TR was hanging around. They were making some first downs, but the defense was able to continue to pitch that shutout other than the kickoff return. But that was huge. 1st and 35, Jackets converted and then go down and score, and that was probably what turned the tides in the football game.
Yeah, Samet closed out the scoring with a 25-yard run, much like the one he had last week at home, and Greer wins it 30-7 over Travelers Rest. They'll face a hot Pickens team coming into Dooley Field next week.
Yeah, it'll be a tough matchup for the Jackets. There's a lot to take from this tape and learn from and try to get better on. I think the two things we talked about were the penalties and then being consistent on offense. The defense has really played great the last 2 games in conference play. The offense got enough on the board tonight, but if they can be consistent like that first drive, they can put up a lot of points.
Trade Street Wealth Advisors players of the game for the Jackets on offense. Tucker Hudson had the touchdown grab, a couple of other nice receptions for the Jackets. And then on defense, Drew Hansen, his best game of the season. He's our defensive player of the game.
Yeah, Tucker Hudson with the big touchdown catch, and then as you mentioned, a couple other receptions, and he's kind of the guy leading that receiving core. Always a reliable guy. They like him on that tunnel screen. Happened a couple of those tonight. There were big plays. And then Drew stepping up with a guy that came on late in the season last year, been kind of quiet to start the season, but really came to play tonight. And we're going to need a lot more of that as we continue region play.
So the Jackets win it 30-7 over Travelers Rest. We hope to see you next week at Dooley Field.